Good evening, good evening. Happy Monday, happy Black History Month. I am Kiki B. Jones from WAMO 1073. Thank you so much for braving the traffic and coming down here and just spending a little time with us and learn a little bit more about where we came from. You can't know where you're going unless you know where you came from. Amen. All right. So we're going to get started, but first we're going to have some music. Has anybody's Monday been Mondaying? Like, this is like the worst Monday today. I could use some hip rocking, some finger popping. So let's enjoy a special performance from some of these jazz greats. You might know Mr. Roger Humphreys. You might know of Phil Solomon. Maybe a Dwayne Dolphin. You might know him. You might know him. So they're gonna play a selection, and then we are going to hear a very special, inspiring, uplifting, very magical performance from a young lady. She is an amazing opera singer. Her name is Lauren Davis, and she's with the Pittsburgh Opera. So I'm gonna advise y'all to get some water, some juice, some refreshments, because it's about to be some toe tapping, and we're gonna have a good time, okay? And that's even before the program starts, right? So get ready. I need you to put your hands together. Please join me in welcoming Roger Humphreys, Phil Solomon, Dwayne Dolphin, and a special presentation from the Pittsburgh opera singer, Miss Lauren Davis. Fellas, take it away. Give it up for the band, give it up for the band. That's history right there. That is history. And we're gonna make more memories tonight with a selection from a very beautiful, very talented opera singer. Her name is Lauren Davis, and she's with the Pittsburgh Opera. Pittsburgh, make some noise for Miss Lauren Davis.
I believe in the sun.
Y'all should not stop clapping. Come on. Lauren Davis. Wow. I will start going to the opera. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, we are here to learn about opera and inclusion and history and pride and sacrifice and culture. And we are going to learn that we're able to experience that all in this city. And it has been going on for many, 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 many years. And again, I want to thank you for spending your Monday evening with us. My name is Kiki B. Jones from WAMO 1073. I will be your MC tonight, and I'll be learning right along with you. This year, the city of Pittsburgh celebrates Black History Month with a salute to the National Negro Opera Company, founded in Pittsburgh in the 1940s as the nation's first permanent African-American opera company. Mary Cardwell Dawson was a pioneer in the world of opera and classical music. This gifted opera singer and music educator served as the founding force behind establishing the National Negro Opera Company right here in Pittsburgh. And the impressive display that surrounds you tonight, this is something that is so magical. I'm glad that you're here to experience this together. It salutes the trailblazers in the world of music. And then the display and online content will continue throughout February, so it does not stop here. That's amazing. So please tell your friends, tell your relatives, even the ones that don't know nothing about nothing. Just put them on a bus and bring them down here. If they don't know nothing, they will learn about this. This is history. And I'm gonna get off script because I told you today I was gonna share this story. A friend of mine, her grandmother and I were driving around in a car. This was well over, over 25 years ago. And I remember she's driving and she had a raspy voice. You know, Kiki, I'm gonna buy that house right there. And I was like, for real? I'm young, I'm not thinking. I'm young, dumb, and broke. I don't know nothing about nothing. So I'm like, okay, and I remember seeing the house on Apple Street, right? And I'm like, okay, that's a lot of house for you, but okay. Didn't really think much of it. Time goes by, she has eventually passed. And every time I drive by the house, I always think about the conversation that we had. Fast forward to last week, and I'm speaking on the phone with Miss Janae. And I told her this story, and then, okay, now we're going on with the conversation. And in her story, she mentions Miriam White. Miriam White was the woman that I was in the car with that told me she was going to buy the house. I said, wait a minute, hold up. My math ain't mathing. This is Miss Miriam White? She owns that house? What? She did it in silence. She did it. She wasn't trying to make it about her. She was like, this is legacy right here. This is history. And I'm happy to be here tonight. I had to get off script just to share that story. I can't. Full circle moment. Go ahead, Miss Miriam. Go ahead. All right, I'm sorry. Okay. We good? Okay, cool. Gotta check, gotta make sure. Okay. This year's celebration also showcases the National Opera House, a local nonprofit organization dedicated to restoring, preserving, and maintaining the historic home located on Apple Street in Homewood that once served as the NNOC's headquarters. Now, creating a month-long exhibit as dynamic as what you see here tonight in the Grand Lobby involves many individuals and organizations, and I'm proud to represent one of this year's celebration sponsors, Odyssey Radio and WAMO 1073. Y'all can clap. Thank you. Another sponsor who reminded me that I was 50 about a month before I turned 50, shout out to AARP. Happy birthday, here's your card. I was like, dang. They're so busy bringing news of the exhibit to people across the state, and thank you so much for all of your hard work and dedication. I will introduce I now will introduce AARP Pennsylvania Associate State Director of Outreach and Advocacy. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Colleen Cadman.
I'll be very quick because I don't sing well. But my name is Colleen Cadman. I am the Associate State Director of Outreach with AARP here in Pittsburgh. I'm very proud to be here tonight with our wonderful volunteer team, who you'll see walking around in red t-shirts this evening. Please, they're over there. Please say hi to them, ask them about what we do. But during Black History Month and year-round, AARP recognizes our members, volunteers, and partners who give back to our communities. And we have nearly 160,000 members in Allegheny County. So we really want to thank the Mayor's Office and the City of Pittsburgh Office of Special Events for allowing us to join this event for our 4th year in a row as a partner for Black History Month. And we're very honored to play a part in celebrating the NNOC as the first African American opera company in the United States. AARP applauds you for breaking racial barriers with the classical music world and offering a platform for Black opera singers to showcase their talents. So, thank you. At AARP Pittsburgh, we work to empower and support adults 50 and older in the community through a variety of programs and services. I promise it's just not male. We advocate on issues affecting those 50 and older and their families in our communities, offer health and wellness resources, and provide educational opportunities. And we promote policies and practices for aging in place in Pittsburgh, working in partnership with our leaders and local officials to make our neighborhoods more livable communities for all ages. Our Livable Communities work supports the efforts of Pittsburgh and other places to be great communities for people of all ages. We believe that our communities should provide safe, walkable streets, adequate housing and transportation options, and access to needed services. So we'd be happy to talk with you further about the local work that we do. Please come find us, and thank you for having us this evening.
Thank you. Many of you know of the Queen Anne style mansion located at 7101 Apple Street. You should, that's why we're here. If not, then you'll learn something. It's right in Homewood. You recognize it as the site of the original headquarters of the National Negro Opera Company, established back in 1941, as I've said before. Over the years, this home served as a safe house for great musicians. I mean, Cab Calloway, Lena Horne, Duke Ellington, and for athletes including Joe Louis and Roberto Clemente. Currently, the National Opera House, founded by Miriam White and Janae Solomon, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to restoring, preserving, and maintaining this historic home. The National Opera House seeks to restore not only the physical structure of the building, but also the spirit of entrepreneurship and education that thrived within its walls. And with us this evening to tell us more about the nonprofit that will create a vibrant hub where artists can connect, they can learn, and they can thrive in the future is the organization's board president. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Board President of the National Opera House, Mr. Khalif Ali.
Good evening. Okay, it's okay to smile, you know. So Black History Month is not a mourning, it's actually a celebration. So let me see those smiles. Smile, 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 smile. Okay, all right, cool. I like that. So, as Kiki said, my name is, sorry. Okay, all right. So let me just say that I am overwhelmed with joy to be here tonight. I would say it's around 15 and a half years in the making, right? So I'll tell a story too. Kiki told a story, I'm gonna tell a story too. So as an organizer in Homewood, 15 and a half years ago, I was in the offices of Operation Better Block, and a young lady came in and shared a story with me about a building on Apple Street. I was blown away by the history that she shared with me about the experiences, all of these various stories that she shared with me. I knew in that moment that I was committed to helping her with this work, no matter how long it took. What I saw there wasn't a person who was interested in saving a building. Instead, what I saw was a woman who was committed to preserving a legacy of an institution. And so I was all in. I bought into that because I had passed by that structure 50 times at that point, drove past it. Many of us had drove past it, walked past it, and didn't think anything of it. But when you infuse the stories, the history, the impact, the memories, the love, the joy, all of the things that come with that building, it changes your perspective on any particular structure. So I'm very happy to be here to honor the memory, the legacy, all of the experiences and the impact of the National Negro Opera House. Thank you.
Thank you. This Black History Month celebration of the founding of the National Negro Opera Company and the preservation of the historic National Opera House could only take place in one location. And that right here is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where it all began. And we are all so blessed with the abundance of trailblazers and historic sites that we take this opportunity throughout February to showcase these treasures with the people of Pittsburgh, the region, and the nation via in-person display and digital content. Representing the office of Mayor Ed Gainey this evening is the Acting Director of Communications, who can share her personal view on this important subject. It's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Ms. Sydney Cooper.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sydney Cooper, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Interim Communications Director for the City of Pittsburgh, and I am here on behalf of Mayor Ed Gainey. Mayor wishes that he could be here with you all tonight, but of course, he sends his love. As we all know, February is Black History Month, and celebrating all that this month represents is extremely important to the City of Pittsburgh, but especially to our office. It's a chance to recognize the strength and resilience of our ancestors who overcame obstacles to lay the foundation for all of us. It's a chance for us to highlight the world-changing contributions made by African Americans, contributions that are not always acknowledged. And what better way to kick off this national observance than to pay tribute to the National Negro Opera Company. We've touched on what Mary Cardwell Dawson and her opera company did for the music industry and the impact that she has made on African American opera singers across the country, but I want to talk about the lasting legacy that she leaves behind here in our hometown of Pittsburgh, PA. Mary realized something I think it's important for all of us to understand. Where many saw adversity, Mary saw an opportunity. She saw the need to create opportunities for African American opera singers at a time when our talents and gifts weren't valued or recognized. And at a time of discriminatory housing, the National Negro Opera Company provided a safe space for African American artists and athletes. Mary's vision and hard work remains relevant and felt in the opera and Pittsburgh community to this day. And I think here in Pittsburgh, we should feel a sense of pride, knowing the greatness that was birthed right here in our city. So without further ado, if I could have Ms. Jonay and Khalif come up here. On behalf of the City of Pittsburgh and Mayor Ed Gainey, I am proud to present this proclamation to you both. The City of Pittsburgh's Black History Month 2025 celebrates the National Negro Opera Company and the National Opera House. Whereas February is a time to honor the rich history and contributions of African Americans to our nation and our city, and it is with great pride that we celebrate Black History Month 2025 in Pittsburgh. And whereas this year we pay tribute to the National Negro Opera Company, founded in 1941 by the visionary Mary Cardwell Dawson as the first African American opera company in the United States, paving the way for countless performers in a predominantly white industry. Whereas we honor the legacy of Mary Cardwell Dawson, a trailblazer in opera and classical music, who dedicated her life to improving opportunities for African American musicians and believed in the power of opera to showcase and celebrate African American culture. And whereas the National Opera House is a nonprofit organization dedicated to restoring, preserving, and inspiring future generations of artists and maintaining the historic home of the NNOC at 7101 Apple Street in Pittsburgh. NOH was founded by Miriam White and Jonay Solomon. And whereas on February 3rd, 2025 at 6 p.m., we're a little past now, the mayor's office in the city of Pittsburgh hosted the opening reception in the grand lobby of the City County building, and thereafter will recognize the opera trailblazers in a month-long showcase of photographs and memorabilia. Now, therefore, I, Ed Gainey, Mayor of the City of Pittsburgh, proclaim February 3rd, 2025 as National Negro Opera Company and National Opera House Day in the City of Pittsburgh, and invite, yes, we should clap for that, and invite the community to uplift and support this organization.
You're wanted over here as well. TMZ is looking for you. All right. Another round of applause, please. This is a historical moment. And you know what? The celebration gets a little louder today, starting today, but let's not allow the applause and the appreciation to go down to a little whisper. Let's continue to applaud this amazing effort to continue to bring legacy and life to Pittsburgh. It started here. We need to keep it here. We need to y'all need to introduce y'all kids. Please save us all. Introduce them to their history, please. Okay, I'll put my glasses back on. I'm serious, it's 2025, y'all, okay? Like, it got real. AARP is in the building, I'm just saying. All right, please tell your friends, tell your family. If they ask you why they gotta come to the city county building, tell them they don't gotta go to court. They're gonna see some history, okay? Tell them, get your photographs, just check out the exhibit, ask questions, and continue to look it up, and then continue to support it, and that's what they need. They need the support, okay? I'm serious. So when somebody knock on your door, ask you for a couple dollars, you might want to give it to them. Make sure it's them, though. Just, you know. Thank you so much for having me this evening. Thank you so much. Congratulations to the Opera House on everything. Tremendous success. Food and beverages is here. Shout out to Carmine's Soul Food. Ranked best soul food restaurant in the city from City Paper and Pittsburgh Magazine. Make sure you shout them out, show them some love, make a plate. Thank you for coming out. God bless and good night. Happy Black History Month.